I bet you didn't know the monsters who terrorize the world. They wait. They fear. In the shadows, figures move. They are elusive. They are dangerous. The world's most wanted, etched in memory by their acts of malice. Their names whispered, their faces on posters, their crimes in history. The chase is a dance. It twists through the darkest corners. Law enforcement works tirelessly for justice. I'm sure you've heard the news. The underworld is a labyrinth. It is a maze of hidden passages and shifting alliances. The world's most wanted navigate this treacherous landscape with ease. They are masters of disguise, blending seamlessly into the crowds. They operate outside the boundaries of society, driven by greed or power. They are the architects of chaos, leaving a trail of destruction. Their crimes range from drug trafficking to murder and cybercrime. Each act a testament to their disregard for human life and the rule of law. The authorities are always hot on their trail, their determination unwavering. The world watches, captivated by the audacity of their escapes. Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. The name itself evokes fear and awe. He was the kingpin of the Sinaloa cartel, a ruthless organization that controlled a vast drug empire spanning continents. His story is one of ambition, brutality, and a seemingly supernatural ability to evade capture. El Chapo's reign of terror began in the slums of Mexico. He rose through the ranks of the drug trade, his cunning and ruthlessness unmatched. He built a billion-dollar empire on a foundation of cocaine, heroin, and methamphetamine, flooding the streets of America and beyond with his poison. But it was his escapes that cemented his legend. Twice he managed to slip through the grasp of the authorities, vanishing from high-security prisons as if by magic. His method? Elaborate tunnels, dug right under the noses of his captors. El Chapo's eventual recapture was a victory for justice. But his story serves as a reminder of the power of the drug trade and the seemingly endless battle to dismantle the cartels that fuel it. The City of Lights, a place of romance, culture, and history. But on November 13, 2015, Paris became synonymous with terror. Coordinated attacks across the city left 130 people dead and hundreds more injured. The world watched in horror as the events unfolded, the images seared into our collective memory. Salah Abdeslam, a name forever linked to that horrific night. He was one of the masterminds behind the attacks, a key figure in the Islamic State cell that planned and executed the massacre. But while his accomplices met their end that night, Abdeslam vanished. He became a ghost, his face plastered on wanted posters across Europe. The manhunt was intense, a dragnet spanning multiple countries. But Abdeslam was a phantom, moving silently through the shadows, aided by a network of sympathizers. His capture, months after the attacks, brought little solace. The scars of that night run deep, a reminder of the ever-present threat of terrorism and the challenges of combating an enemy that operates in the shadows. Echoes of terror in the Appalachians. The 1996 Summer Olympics. Atlanta was alive with excitement, the world watching as athletes from across the globe competed on the world stage. But on July 27th, that joy turned to terror. A bomb ripped through Centennial Olympic Park, killing one person and injuring over 100 others. Eric Rudolph, a name synonymous with domestic terrorism. Driven by extremist beliefs, he waged a one-man war against abortion providers and the LGBTQ+ community. The Olympic Park bombing was just one in a series of attacks that terrorized the American South. Rudolph disappeared into the Appalachian wilderness, his knowledge of the rugged terrain and survival skills allowing him to evade capture for years. He became a ghost, his presence felt in the fear that gripped the region. His capture, after years on the run, brought a sense of relief. But Rudolph's story serves as a chilling reminder of the dangers of extremism and the challenges of tracking down those who seek to terrorize their own people. The Phantom of the Desert. The early 2000s, a time of unease and fear, marked by the shadow of terrorism. Among the most feared names of this era was that of Abu Musab al-Zarqawi. Known as the mastermind behind some of the most brutal attacks in Iraq, al-Zarqawi's reign of terror left a trail of blood and chaos. His network, Al-Qaeda in Iraq, targeted civilians, coalition forces, and anyone who opposed his extremist vision. Al-Zarqawi's tactics were ruthless, his methods designed to instill fear and division. The bombings, beheadings, and insurgent attacks orchestrated by him created an atmosphere of dread. He was a ghost in the desert, his presence felt in every explosion, every act of violence. His ability to evade capture only added to his legend, a phantom haunting the sands of the Middle East. The hunt for al-Zarqawi was relentless. Intelligence agencies, military forces, and local informants worked tirelessly to track him down. Each lead, each piece of information, brought them closer to ending his reign. The culmination of these efforts came in June 2006, when a targeted airstrike brought an end to al-Zarqawi's life. His death was a significant blow to the insurgency, but the scars of his actions remain etched in the collective memory. Al-Zarqawi's story is a stark reminder of the impact one individual can have on global security and the lengths to which the world must go to combat extremism. His legacy is a testament to the enduring fight against terrorism and the ongoing quest for peace and stability. The price of freedom. John Doe, a notorious criminal, evaded capture for years through a series of elaborate disguises and false identities. He lived on the run, constantly changing his appearance and identity to stay one step ahead of the law. Despite his success in evading capture, he lived in a perpetual state of fear and paranoia. John Doe was forced to live a double life, severing ties with loved ones and constantly moving from one place to another. The world became his prison, every stranger a potential threat. The psychological toll was immense. The constant pressure of living on the edge eroded his humanity, turning him into a shadow of his former self. Some moments he considered turning himself in, seeking an end to the relentless pursuit. But the allure of freedom, no matter how tenuous, was too strong to resist. He continued to evade justice, his crimes a haunting reminder of his past, his freedom a constant source of anxiety. The unending pursuit. The pursuit of justice is a relentless chase. It is a marathon effort that spans generations, with law enforcement agencies across the globe working tirelessly to bring the world's most elusive hackers to justice. Take Jane Smith, for example. Known for her sophisticated cyber heists, she has evaded capture for years. Advances in technology have given law enforcement new tools in their arsenal. Digital forensics, cybersecurity software, and global databases have made it increasingly difficult for hackers like Jane Smith to disappear. The net is closing in, the world becoming a smaller place for those who seek to hide in the digital shadows. But the human element remains crucial. It is the dedication, the determination, the unwavering belief in justice that drives those who dedicate their lives to hunting down these cybercriminals. They are driven by a sense of duty, a desire to bring closure to the victims and their families. The pursuit may be long, the path fraught with digital obstacles, but the message is clear: justice will be served. The world's most wanted hackers, like Jane Smith, may run, but they cannot hide forever.